Coach, autumn has come to New England. No place like it on earth this time of year. We are at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the New England Patriots. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go! Let's go. 8-3. Check 52 to Mike. 3.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Got it. 52 by 52. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Get it.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Let's go now. 70, Indy. I'm coming. Do draw Corkins. Let's go.
Now a give right side, Coleman. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. They'll look to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. Remember, of course, he threw 5 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive, same result here.
But it's hard to believe that you can throw 5 in the previous week and start out your very next game the exact same way. He's going to need a lot of support on his own sideline. Make sure he gets really fully mentally into this one.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's got this inside the 10. Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Out. 3 down. 3 down. Out. Mike 6. 7. We ain't giving him nothing to touch. 7's a Mike. Mike 7. No chance.
2nd and 3. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
They run with Hunt, and this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Defensively, they rallied the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. On 4th down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble.
And he fires one that's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. In for the score. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Now whistles blow and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. A try here for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check.
Now back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That one good for 13 at a New England first down. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On the
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Looking to throw. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Ben Gideon just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. He'll drop to throw. Drops it off for Coleman. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
2nd down and inches. Steps away to his left. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there.
They shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against his zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
General West. Hey, Charlie. Shoot.
They'll try and throw for it here. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Fighting through. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Let's get the ball.
They'll run out of the gun with Michelle. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Michelle. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
70, Indy. New York Hawkins.
It's a pickup of 6.
Hey, exit.
2nd and 4. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll run with Michelle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England 1st down. They'll drop the throw. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Hey, watch the slant. Fire, 64, weak. 5, go. Delta. Be ready. Ready, go.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Patriots take over. Meanwhile, a second quarter score from Carolina. And the Eagles out in front early. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And 2 interceptions already here in this 1st half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones They find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. They'll set up to throw. Completes it to Coleman. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Set. 18 Gator. 54. Five.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll check this one down to Michelle. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This from 54 yards away. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Steps away. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half.